in Germany there are rules for almost everything, and naming a child is not one exception. In this video I'm going to talk about the main rules and also the refused given names in the last couple of years here in Germany. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is a channel for foreign mothers living in Germany, just like me. And today I'm going to give you some insights about baby names that you're not allowed to use in Germany. There's a common belief that Germans are inflexible, and trust me, they are, especially concerning rules. But here we have an exception. Parents in Germany are generally unrestricted in their name's choice. The right of the parents to choose a given name is only limited if it affects the welfare of the child. In this sense, the state has the right and the duty to protect the child from an irresponsible name choice. But what is exactly an irresponsible name choice? Let's check it. At first, the gender should be considered. Male children should only have male names and female children only female names, with the exception of Maria. If you remember, I talked about that in this other video that I did, because Maria might also be used for a male child as a second name. Secondly, a given name may not be offensive, so if the name causes the child to be bullied or offended in the future, this name will be refused. A given name shouldn't also be something that it's not essentially a human name. For example, an object. We will see some examples of refused names because of this rule later on. Family names, so last names, are also not allowed as first given names, except if there is a tradition or a regional practice, and then the name could be allowed. But what happens if the register refuses the name that the parents chose for the baby? You will have to go to court, and this means that the parents will have to file a suit in civil court and request that the name they choose would be honored. Let's now check some of the names that appear in German registers and were refused in court. And here are the names. So I will start with the names that I guess everybody will agree that the child will be bullied in the future and really offended. And the names are Osama bin Laden, Adolf Hitler, Lenin, Lucifer, Satan, Judas or Judas, and Dracula. Now, the names that are not essentially a human given name, and it might also mean that the child will be bullied in the future. The first name is Pfefferminze, which means peppermint, and this is a plant. So there is not the real bad connotation as the names I said before, but it was refused anyways in a German court. The same happens for Waldmeister, that means woodroof, and it's also a plant. Phalanx is the name of a character from Asterix and Obelix, and together with other cartoons and characters, they were refused in Germany. And the other ones are Superman, Pinocchio, or Batman. Rumpelstiltskin, if I'm pronouncing it well, is the German official name for one of the fairy tales of Brothers Grimm, and it was also refused in Germany. And next we have Borussia, which is a name of a soccer team here in Germany. So because of that, I believe was also refused. We had the name also Stone, which is the name of an object, and together with it there was the name Rosenherz. For me, it's also an object. It is a heart made of roses. It is very positive, I guess, this idea of a heart made of roses as your first name, but anyways, it was refused. And the next name is Möwe, which means seagull, which is it's a bird. And I actually took the reasons why they refused this name, and it was because it might submit the child to be ridiculed because some people, I guess, I don't find it, but some people find this specific word a nuisance, and it's also seen as a pest. Okay. And the next group of names are related to brands and companies. And names as Vespa, Agfa, McDonald's, Gucci, Hummer, Ferrari, TomTom, which are all brands and company names, were refused as first given names here in Germany. The next name that I have, it means actually beer parlor or something like that in Germany, and the name is Bierstübel. And this name was also thought by some parents to give to their child as first given name, and was refused. Pain, this is really interesting for me because this name was asked in English, so it's not a German word, but because the register or in the court they know the meaning in English, because English is a known language, they refused. Exactly because of that, because it means pain. And this is really interesting for me because I come from Portugal, and in Portugal we have a very traditional and old name that is called Maria das Dores, and this means exactly Mary of Pain. And actually all Maria das Dores in Portuguese are usually called just Dores, which means just pain in plural. So this is an interesting name for me. The next name that was also refused, that for me belongs to the group of pain, is Thanatos, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well because this is a Greek name, an old Greek name, and it was refused in Germany also. And I wonder if this is a very traditional and old name in Greece. Maybe you let me know if you are from Greece or if you know a lot about Greek culture. I would really like to know if this is a common name in Greece. And now the names that were refused because they are generally last names or family names. And the two first ones are Schmitz and Schröder, which are really, really common last names in Germany. And some parents wanted to name their children as first names like this, and they were refused. But actually, in Germany, it was also refused the name Holgersson. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well because this is a Swedish name, and also the name Jorgensson, which is a Danish name, and they're both last names. In Sweden and in Denmark. So because of that, they were refused as first given names in Germany, which I find really, really interesting. And I really believe that it has to do with the fact that the Swedish and Danish names are kind of known in Germany. If not, there would be no reason to refuse them, or? In your opinion, and after getting the sense of what parents are trying to name their children, do you think that these rules are justified? Or, concerning that there are so many foreigner families living in Germany and the same words have different meaning in different cultures and different languages, could be that these rules and the perception of the decision-making individuals are unfair sometimes? Let me know in the comments down below your opinion. We are almost done with this video. Thank you for staying until now. And if you would like to see an extensive list of given names that were refused in Germany in the last couple of years, don't forget to check the post I wrote on my website. The link is on the description of this video here down. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel right here. And see you on the next video. Bye!